What's up, everyone? It's Markons-Craig. I'm at Daisy Fields, Franklin, Massachusetts. Gonna try out the new Echo DD3. It's, from what I'm hearing, a little understable. It might replace the Shryke, and that's pretty much what I'm making this video for. Let's see how it goes. See how it compares to a Star Shryke. This is a little beaten up, almost a year old. I do expect to put a little hyzer just like I did on that one. So there's a few holes at Daisy which I would really like to throw the Shryke, and they're kind of separator holes, meaning that if you get the 3, you're looking good. Welcome to hole 9. This is the first hole that I like to throw my Star Shryke at Daisy. Okay. I like the flight path. Oh, that was gonna be nice. Not a hole I typically throw a driver on, but I just tried the Echo DD3 just to show you its flight path, and I got an eagle. Gotta be the orange Echo. All right, hole 12, another game changer at Daisy Fields. This is a par 4, 550 feet, about 400 feet uphill, maybe 370-ish, but the idea here is to hyzer flip a little right. You don't want to be too left, but anyways, I'm gonna throw the Star Shryke, and I'm gonna throw the same line to show you the hyzer flip for the Shryke, which is beaten in, versus the hyzer flip for the Echo. All right, this is hole 13, par 4, 525 feet. Most holes at Daisy don't let you air it out, but I'm gonna try on this one. Not a hole I usually throw the Star Shryke or a DD3, but perhaps I should. Got a little lucky. All right, guys, I hope you really liked part 1, which was just to show you a little bit of the wooded lines at Daisy and what some of the shots that I would use that disc for. I really do think it's going to be a nice complement to the Shryke. I don't know if it's necessarily going to replace it, especially for the woods. I still need a little bit of hyzer flip, but once it starts beating in, it's going to be a serious contender for sure. So let's change it up a little bit and move on to a little bit more open fields with wind for round 2. So this is part 2 of the video where I'm just going to go in the field and see how it compares. Definitely a little more windy conditions right now, so this will be a really good test. aiming for that tree. Echo S-Line DD3 furthest. Star Shryke. Star Shryke out there, but that turned over, and that's what I expected. Most Star Shrykes turn over. All right, let's compare discs. When it comes to the S-Line Echo DD3, you're gonna notice that it gives a little less than what the Star Shryke does in terms of bend, and that's gonna make it a little more stable. So that's a win already in my book. Another thing that you're gonna notice is that the rim actually looks very similar, but here's the big difference. You can see this being a little wider and a little more in depth than the rim for the Shryke, which I think is a big reason why it's a little more stable than the Shryke. You're going to be able to control more headwind with a deeper rim. And with a shallower rim, it's going to be a little more understable. So I think that's the main big difference. Obviously, when it comes to the durability of the Echo, that's going to last longer. But both are great discs, and both feel very similar when it comes to that S-Line Star plastic. So just a heads up on the numbers, it says 12.5 minus 1.3. I think personally it flew more about a 12.5 minus 2.2. It had a little bit less fade than you would find on a Cloudbreaker or Enigma. So final thoughts on the S-Line Echo DD3. Wonderful disc. It's got a great feel to it. It's what you would expect from an S-Line. It doesn't feel any different than the S-Line, which is amazing because I thought maybe Echo would be a little bit different, but it feels like an S-Line. And also, I think it's going to be a nice complement to the Shryke. I'm not necessarily going to replace the Shryke because I'm going to need to have that for hyzer flips through the woods and lawn turnovers. I was also able to hold some of the lines better than the Star Shryke just because the angle control was easier with the Echo S-Line DD3 than with the Star Shryke. So, great disc, Discmania. It's going in the bag, and I hope everybody finds this video useful. Like, subscribe, comment. Appreciate you guys watching. Let's see how that compares to the Enigma. Then we have a Cloudbreaker.